Hey guys, it's your girl Me-Anie here, and today we are going to review the Pet Safe Automatic Feeder. Now, I got this about a month ago and I put it to the test because this would be my second automatic feeder, and the first one I got, I didn't like it too much. So I took this one out for a spin for about a month and I really do like it. It does have some pros and some cons, and I'm going to go over that in the video. But the main thing that drove me to get an automatic feeder of this type was because my cat, oh my God, he gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and he's screaming his head off for food. And I'm like, I'm not getting up at 5 o'clock to feed you. This is not going to be a thing. So I decided to go ahead and get a feeder. That way I can kind of sleep in for a little bit longer and have him fed so he's not bothering me. The kind that I got this type because one of my coworkers, she got the dispensing kind. She noticed that her cat started gaining weight. And what happened was, over time, the feeder started dropping out the wrong amount. So it was dropping out twice the amount of food that he was supposed to be getting. So he ended up gaining weight. My cat is already fat, so I'm not trying to make him get any bigger. I'm actually trying to get him to lose some weight. So this feeder was perfect. Like I said before, there were some pros and cons between the two that I tried out, but I'm going to walk you through everything to show you from beginning to end and then give you my feedback. I should have just gotten the batteries yesterday. You're going to be the death of me. Good morning, beautiful people. This cat is gonna drive me crazy. So I am about to try out an automatic feeder. This will be my second one. The first one I had, it worked okay the first couple times that I used it, but over the past, I want to say maybe 2 weeks in, I noticed that it kind of started trickling back with the time. So I started out at like around 5:30, and then it ended up being 5:39, 5:45, and it worked its way back all the way to like 7. And as you can see, that is not going to fly with my cat. I mean, look at him right now. Where is he? Right there. I'm going to test this one out and see how it works. Let's see what it looks like. Wow, this thing's huge. Come on now. So what I like about this feeder off the bat compared to the other one is that it actually have a slot where you can physically set the time. The one that I had, you had to set the time at the time. If I wanted it to go off twice a day at 5:30, I had to be up at 5:30 to set it. You see what I got to deal with? I can't with this cat. It is pretty darn big. I did not expect it to be that big. So, all right, Bentley, I'm just, okay, buddy. Okay. Let's see here. So we know it has 5 little feeding sections, and it holds about a cup of food. So here we would change the time. Batteries go in this little slot. Okay, so this changes the hour and the minute section. All right, so we have the time set up. It's now 8:51. So in order to set up the time that I want this to go off, I want this to go off twice a day. Actually, I'm just gonna do it for maybe once a day because mornings is more so the time that this cat bothers my life. So let's go ahead and we'll hit clock, and then the increase button, and that number 1 shows us for the first feeding, second. So it allows you to set it as many, I think maybe, oh, how many, 8? As many as 9 different settings, and that's good for if your pet gets multiple feedings a day, or you're giving medications and you're not gonna be at home. So that's pretty decent. So we're gonna do, this is gonna be the first feeding. So let's do 5:15. So this will be at 5:15 a.m. That's going to be the first one, right? Let's hold it and see if it took. All right, 5:15. Now let's do the second one. The second one, I'm gonna do a test right now. 8:50, okay, 8:53 right now. Let's do one for like 8:55 or so. So let's see what kind of noise it will make. Close and we wait. Oh, that sucks. So the only other thing that I don't like about this, I guess, is the fact that it doesn't play a sound, because the other device played a sound which alerted the cat and he would come running towards the machine. So we're gonna have to get him accustomed to that noise so he knows. Go over to the food bowl, buddy. Go to the food bowl. Let's do it one more time so you know what that noise is like, okay? I think he is pretty content, but I believe he is just watching the feeder now. So basically, you were able to see how I use this feeder and how it worked over the month. I love it. It is still calibrated to go off on time. I don't have any problems whatsoever with that. The other concern I had was the fact that it didn't make a sound and the other one did. It doesn't have a song, but it makes a sound. It's a very loud, like mechanical kind of sound. And he hears it and he runs towards the feeder. So I have no problem at all with that. Another concern that I have that I'm probably going to fix is the fact that it doesn't have numbers on the inside of the tray. The other feeder that I had, it had numbers on the inside. So that was kind of a hint to let you know, like, hey, you probably need to go ahead and do a refill. With this one, without the numbers, I always get sidetracked and I forget, like, okay, did I fill this up 2 days ago or 3 days ago? Did he really not get fed? What I'm probably gonna do to help me with that is print out little numbers from a label maker and stick them inside each tray. That way I know what number feeding is on and I can kind of keep track a little bit better as to when it's time to refill. So if I were to make changes to the device, that's one of the things that I would do. Everything else pretty much went well. It cost about $44. Well worth it. It's very sturdy. I don't have any problems with the cat trying to open it. That's what he did to the other one. He tried to kind of like get inside the feeder and that one was a little bit flimsy, so I was concerned there. But this is very sturdy. He can't get in there. He can only eat what is in that tray, the portion that comes out to him at that time. So I'm very happy with this product. You guys can go ahead and find this on Amazon. I hope this review was helpful to you guys. I know a lot of you guys have pets and this will be really easy. But being that I like moved away, I moved away from Ruben, my old neighbor, I don't have the luxury of having him feed the cat anymore. So the cat feeder was definitely needed for that as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you already tried this feeder or if you have a particular feeder that you're trying now, because I would love to know. So until next time, remember to subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend. If you have a friend that has a pet that screams its head off and it wants food all the time, or you just don't have time to be constantly feeding your pets, or you just want to be able to do a little bit less. The end. Wrap. Cut.